A question about naming ceremonies. Should I break through walls, insist on my way, and overturn everything, or try other approaches? There's almost no time left to search or persuade. I've already prepared genograms to help decide the child's name. Based on working with names, ancestral experiences, how they lived their lives, and the patterns within both my and my wife's family systems, we ended up with just 3 names that are most likely to help the child fulfill their own purpose, rather than repeat the scenarios of their forebears. One of these names is to be chosen for the child by means of distinguishing between them. The names turned out to be completely unfamiliar in both sound and spelling, more ancient in today's world, which led to rejection and other forms of resistance from the household, as well as concerns about how society and other relatives would react. This topic has been in conflict for almost a year. If you have any insight or experience, please share your perspective. Thank you. It will be my pleasure, Roman, especially since you have approached this very important process of naming with reason, skill, and a full understanding of the matter, along with inner courage and strength. I will offer you some advice. Allow me to give you this advice. It is very good that you have chosen and ended up with exactly 3 names. This is a wonderful sign, which I also believe comes from our ancestors and our ancient Slavic tradition. The fact is that in ancient times, a child who was born would indeed have 3 names. The first name was a childhood name, a nickname. It was used within the family and in everyday life until the child reached about the age of 7. And this name was specifically connected to a nickname that reflected the child's character. For example, a little rascal, a quiet one, a shy one, or mischievous. It was precisely this nickname that served as the child's first name. The second name, which the child received after the age of 7, was a social name. This was the name by which the child interacted with outsiders. Nowadays, this is also the name used for official documents. This is the name he uses to interact with society, which has nothing to do with Slavic culture. In other words, it is a sort of screen name or identifier, a connecting name, a name that essentially makes it acceptable for him to communicate and interact with different systems through it. And then there was a third name, which the child received during, let's say, a dedication to the gods. This happened between the ages of 17 and 22, depending on the child's readiness. This name was secret. It was never told to anyone or spoken aloud. This name was given to the child by a priest or a volk, and it remained his secret. This is the true name. In your case, most likely, these 3 names somehow fit into this old system. Examine them carefully and try to arrange them accordingly, understanding that the last, most secret name should never be revealed to anyone, only to the child, and only once they reach a certain age after completing the entire system of initiations. This is the kind of advice I could offer you, and I am very glad that everything has unfolded correctly for you in restoring and bringing this ancient yet beautiful tradition into the world. As for your household being displeased, well, that is understandable. Apparently, they are not in the same system as you, otherwise they would not object and would also be quite familiar with this rule of triple naming. So, put their minds at ease. For them, the second social name will be, and should be, the only one. And do not irritate them further with your knowledge. They are family, mere relatives, with all the usual social implications, and nothing more. You must keep this firmly in mind. This story has shown you clearly who truly belongs to your circle. And you should also reflect on this for a moment as well.